Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Allie and this is Allie G Reads, and today I am going to do the Summer Ween book tag. Computer here. Okay, so this is the Summer Ween book tag. Gabby at Gabby Reads and oh my gosh, Olivia at Olivia Reads a Latte. They do this challenge every year, and it's the Summer Ween challenge, and it's like a spooky summer Halloween reading challenge, like to get you ready for spooky season. So because this is my first year on YouTube, I have decided that I am going to participate this year. I'm going to hope for the best because it starts July 2nd and it goes for about a week. So I'm going to see how many of the books I can read in a week, but we'll see. But somebody named Colleen at Little Ghost Creations here on YouTube asked Gabby to create this book tag. So I wanted to do it. So I have a couple questions here that she created. Let me see. There's 13 questions, so I'm going to answer them as best I can. I don't really know, like I haven't really narrowed down the books I want to do for Summer Ween. So once I complete that challenge and release that video, you'll find out. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first one is, what spooky reads are you most excited about in your TBR list pile right now? I mean, I'm really excited for The Maidens, which is like a thriller. It's not like super spooky per se, but I mentioned these in my haul. In the House Upon the Dirt Between the Lake and the Woods by Matt Bell. I renewed this at the library, and my library is great because you get a month with each book, and I had the option to do 4 renewals, so I can keep this for 4 months if I want, unless no one else like puts it on hold. But and the other one is No One Gets Out Alive by Adam Neville, and I renewed this as well. So yay! What's your favorite revenge novel? Now, we all know that I love revenge novels. They're like one of my favorite kind of like tropes. So I think my favorite though, I do think my favorite would be Confessions by Kine Minato. I've talked about this in I don't know how many videos, but I do this every time I think about a revenge book. This is the first one that comes to mind. So it's definitely stuck with me. It's so well done. It's so well crafted. So I think that everybody should read this book. It's so good. Definitely my favorite revenge book. The third is, what's a horror or thriller crime book? Sorry. Oh, I'm so blind. What's a horror or thriller crime book you wish you could experience for the first time? Definitely I'm thinking about ending things. This book blew me away. I remember I read it in one sitting and I was devouring it. I could not put it down. It's so phenomenal. Oh my God. I remember the ending just blew me away. So I wish that I could feel that like, oh my God, again for the first time. I love this book. It's one of my all-time favorites ever. Okay. The fourth, sucks to suck. You were just given a handful of your least favorite candy. The one not even your siblings or friends will trade for. What candy is it, and what spooky book did you want to love that disappointed you? First of all, my least favorite candy ever is black licorice. I hate black licorice. I hate it. Any type of black licorice just makes me nauseous. However, if I had it and I gave it to my dad, he would eat it. So technically someone would eat it because he loves black licorice. But the book that I wanted to love that disappointed me the most would be Richard Lehman's Endless Night. I DNF'd this year. So this will likely end up in like my end of the year wrap up. But honestly, it's so bad. It's so gross. It's just gross. Like, it started out strong. Like, I really liked this, like, kind of cat and mouse that was happening. And then it just got, like, it's just, ugh. Ugh. The way I wanted to love it so much because I kept reading that it is one of the scariest books ever. Just gross. Question 5. Time to put on your costume. If you could exist in one spooky novel, which would it be and who would your best friend be? To be honest, I don't really think about characters that much. Like, in terms of me, like, loving a character or wanting to, like, know that I don't think about characters like that. They're fiction. They're fictional. I can't turn that off. I can love characters though. And to be honest, I don't want to exist in spooky books. I have no desire to live in a haunted house again, and I would prefer never, ever, ever to live in a haunted house again. So I've been in one and I didn't like it. But the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires is so good. I really love this book, and I do like the characters. So I like how these women kind of liked this spooky stuff, and then they have to team together to bring down this vampire that's like infiltrated their group. And given the time, like, the women were kind of like treated like shit. So just that they like rose up and like realized how worth it they were and that they could do something like this. I really love this book. So I really like the main character in this book. So I'm going to say I would be in this world with her. What's your favorite haunted house book and or television show? I can't think of like a favorite haunted house book off the top of my head. So we're going to go with like a TV show. I really loved The Haunting of Hill House. The show on Netflix, like the miniseries that Mike Flanagan did. Mike Flanagan is unbelievable. I didn't like the book as much, by the way. Like, I thought the show was just so good. It was different. It was definitely different. So I think I'm going to stick with this one. I don't really watch TV. I can't stick with a show to save my life. There's actually very few shows I've ever watched, like series, just to let you know. So I think if I say I really liked it, it says a lot. Question 7, the food question. You can only pick one from each. Would you rather A, chocolate or sour candy, B, coffee or tea, or C, apple or pumpkin pie? Okay. So A, oh God. I'm going to say I would pick sour candy because Sour Patch Kids heads, I just devoured a bag the last couple days. They're like these bigger Sour Patch Kids, and they're like different flavors. Unbelievable. They're so good. They're my favorite candies right now. So I'd have to pick that. Coffee or tea? Iced coffee all day, every day. I'm an iced coffee addict. I have about 2 minimum a day. I'm obsessed with iced coffee. And even in the winter, I drink iced coffee, by the way. I will drink tea. Like, I don't hate on tea. It's just usually it's like an herbal tea and I'm like feeling under the weather, or it's like a really cozy night. I'll have an actual tea, but it's iced coffee all day, every day. Apple or pumpkin pie? I don't really want to pick one because I don't like pie. I don't like any form of pie. Sorry to the pie lovers. I'm not a fan of pie. I mean, I guess if I had to, I would pick apple pie because I really hate pumpkin as a flavor. So if I had to pick, I would eat the apple pie, but I don't like pie, so I would not take either. I'm sorry. 8, show us your favorite book with a witch or a woman who gets screwed over by society and the patriarchy. I don't even think I own a witch book. It's probably easier to find like a woman that gets screwed over by the patriarchy book. A book where a woman gets screwed over by the patriarchy, The Girl with the Louding Voice, it's not a spooky book at all. But, you know, this 14-year-old girl in Nigeria can't get an education because she gets sold off to a man, and she has to like flee to try her hardest to get an education. Like, this girl went through it. So I think I would pick this book as the tag. I wish I had more witch books, but this book is really good. Okay, the next is, which book on your shelves or audiobook library has the scariest book cover? I mean, the spine of this book, I had this on a shelf in my bedroom, and I could not handle having that face look at me while I was sleeping. This one's the same. Carry and Comfort by Dan Simmons. I hate this cover. It creeps me out. The like dead stare face, and it's also on the spine, which was also in my bedroom. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to move the horror shelf into the living room so I don't have to look at it while I'm sleeping. Yeah. Something about that dead blank face just creeps me out. It's summer Ween and it's hot outside. It is hot outside right now and I hate it. I am a vampire. I do not like the heat at all. We are not friends. Live in a basement apartment and it's freezing down here with the AC on and I love it. I am thriving right now. That was my side note. What book do you recommend that give off summer vibes? Think lakes, cabins, beaches, etc. Whatever reminds you of summer. I mean, this does remind me of summer. I'm pretty sure it's set in like Georgia. Like, it's in the South, it's hot, the cover just reminds me of summer. I read it in the summer last year. I'm totally into this as a summer book. This book, I haven't read it yet. It's on my list to read this year for sure. But this takes place on a boat in the water. What year? 1634. So something about this like paranormal type of mystery reminds me of summer as well. And I haven't read this one yet, but Sundown Motel, this reminds me of summer. I might read this summer. Maybe I read it for my summer Ween. Okay. You and your friends are exploring a well-known haunted house. You get separated and suddenly you hear screams coming from somewhere upstairs. You run into the next room and find two of your friends. Which two fictional characters are they? Who do you want in this situation with you? Again, first of all, I would not go out of my way to go into a haunted house for various reasons. Been there, done that. It drains me. I can't do it. And I don't really have like fictional characters that I think about like that. Like I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have like, I don't think about fictional characters as like, oh, my friends and I really love this character and I'm going to think about this character forever. Like, no. So I don't really have anyone for that. I would like to have two of my friends with me to kind of like, you know, make sure that shit doesn't happen. Trick or Treat, Stephen King, H.P. Lovecraft, Mary Shelley, and Shirley Jackson are at your door. Who do you give the best and biggest candy bar to? I mean, Stephen King is the only one alive. So, out of all of these authors, Stephen King's the only one alive. So, I'm giving it to Stephen King because he's alive. And he's still writing, by the way. Like, I think that man puts out more books. His imagination is endless. I love it. But also, like, I think if I were to, like, rank it, I would do Mary Shelley next because she wrote Frankenstein, and that is one of the best classics ever. It's so good. It's so amazing. So she would be the runner-up. What is your favorite spooky book to movie adaptation where both of them are good? Gerald's Game. Both amazing. Also Misery. Both Misery and Gerald's Game are fabulous adaptations. You know what? I'm also going to put 1408. It's from Stephen King's Everything's Eventual collection. That short story is equally as good as the adaptation. They both were excellent. And that's it. I'm so excited to do this. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I might try to make the video after Summerween, like the kind of like wrap up thing, a reading blog. I might try to do my first reading blog with this. Maybe. But if not, it might just be like a wrap up of the books that I read for that week. And again, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to read multiple books in a week. Like, I don't, between work and like life, I don't know if that's possible for me, but I'm going to try to do 2 in the week. One might have to be an audiobook, but I'm doing 2. I'm going to try to at least do 2. And then some of her other challenges, she has like bake something with this, or so it's cute. It's going to be fun. So I might do a reading vlog for it. So we'll see. So that'll come out in July. So thank you so much for watching again. I had fun doing this and I love doing book tags. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more and to find out about the Summerween book. I don't have an exit. Bye.